America's economy, is it on the brink of collapse? Rising debts, stubborn inflation, fragile markets. We're seeing warning signs that many choose to ignore. But can we afford to turn a blind eye? The stakes have never been higher. Today, we'll explore the forces shaping America's economic future and the uncomfortable truths we all must face. So, is America's economy really collapsing? Let's find out. The U.S. economy has weathered many storms, but this time feels different. Here's why. America's national debt, over $36 trillion and climbing. Interest payments alone are consuming more of the federal budget than ever before. And inflation? It's eroding the value of every dollar you earn. Even the Federal Reserve's aggressive rate hikes haven't fully tamed the beast. Meanwhile, markets are wobbling. Tech layoffs, supply chain disruptions, and a housing market that feels like a bubble ready to burst. Do these sound like the foundations of a strong economy? Or cracks in the system that can't be ignored? Let's dig deeper into the forces driving this uncertainty. Monetary policy, the backbone of a stable economy. But what happens when the backbone falters? For years, the Federal Reserve kept interest rates near zero. Cheap money flooded the economy. This fueled speculative investments, record corporate profits, and soaring asset prices. But when inflation spiked, the Fed was forced to slam the brakes, hiking rates at an unprecedented pace. The result? Borrowing costs have surged. Businesses are scaling back, and average Americans are struggling under the weight of higher credit card debt, mortgages, and student loans. This isn't just an economic adjustment, it's a reckoning. But it's not just about what's happening at home. Global dynamics are shifting in ways that could redefine America's place in the world. China's rapid ascent as an economic powerhouse is challenging U.S. dominance, Belt and Road investments, technological advancements, and a growing influence in global trade. China isn't just catching up, it's overtaking in key areas. At the same time, conflicts in Eastern Europe and rising tensions in the Pacific are straining global supply chains. These are not isolated events. They're part of a larger pattern that's reshaping the global economy and leaving the U.S. with fewer tools to maintain its edge. And then there's the growing wealth gap. The top 1% of Americans now control over 30% of the nation's wealth. Meanwhile, millions of working families struggle to make ends meet. This isn't just a social issue, it's an economic one. When wealth is concentrated at the top, consumer spending, a key driver of growth, stagnates. Add to that the rise of automation and AI, which are displacing traditional jobs, and you have a recipe for long-term instability. The American dream feels more like a distant memory than a living reality. So where does this leave us? Is there a way forward? In the next section, we'll uncover strategies to navigate these turbulent times. Because while the challenges are real, so are the opportunities. It's no secret, relying on a single source of income is one of the biggest financial risks you can take today. Think about it. Your job could disappear overnight. A recession, industry shift, or even a single corporate decision could leave you vulnerable. So, how do you protect yourself? The answer is simple but powerful. Diversify your income. This doesn't mean working 80 hours a week at multiple jobs. It means exploring side hustles, freelancing, or creating passive income streams like rental properties or digital products. Remember, every additional income stream is like a safety net. The more you have, more resilient you'll be. when life throws curveballs. Ask yourself, what skills or assets can I leverage today to create new income opportunities? Because in today's economy, standing still is the same as falling behind. Now let's talk about your money, where it's going and how it's growing. Inflation is eroding the value of your savings every day it sits idle. So what's the solution? Smart investing. But let's be real, the stock market can feel overwhelming. The key is to focus on long-term strategies. Start with index funds or ETFs that mirror the market, giving you broad exposure and reducing risk. And don't overlook alternative investments, real estate, commodities, or even cryptocurrency, but tread carefully. Most importantly, understand your risk tolerance and never invest money you can't afford to lose. Smart investing isn't about chasing quick wins. It's about building a future where your money works as hard as you do. Finally, knowledge is power, especially in uncertain times. The headlines might be overwhelming, but staying informed is your best defense against financial uncertainty. Start by following credible economic updates. Look for experts who explain trends in plain language. And don't just rely on mainstream media. Dive into blogs, podcasts, and newsletters that dig deeper into what's really happening. But staying informed isn't just about consuming information. It's about questioning it. What are the sources? What are the biases? And how does this impact your financial plan? Remember, the more you understand, the less likely you are to fall victim to panic or bad decisions. So make it a habit. Stay curious, stay critical, and stay ahead of the curve. The challenges we face are daunting, but they're not insurmountable. You have the power to protect yourself, your family, and your future, but it starts with action. If you found this video valuable, hit that like button to let us know. Share it with someone who needs to hear this today. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights that can help you thrive in an uncertain world. This isn't just the end of the video. It's the beginning of your journey toward financial resilience. Let's build a future we can all be proud of, together.